Hey guys, I'm back and today I have a special guest who's living rent-free with me to provide you guys some tips on buying and selling at the same time. So in this scenario, you either have you're gonna buy first and then sell, or you're gonna sell first and then buy. We're gonna give you tips on both, but before we start, I do wanna say, whichever strategy you use, make sure to involve a professional realtor along with a professional mortgage specialist, because having an experienced team who has done this over and over again can make all the difference, especially if your family is involved in this process. Another thing you wanna do before picking a strategy is understanding your local market and what stage you're at. For example, there's a seller's market, then there's a buyer's market, and then there's also a balanced market. This will help you decide which strategy is best for you. Option number one you have, which is buy first and then sell. If you're gonna pick this option, you wanna make sure your place is ready to go. And when I say ready, I mean ready to go. Stage, pictures, marketing material, everything ready to go, so that way when your offer is accepted and it's firm, you can the next day right off the bat put your place on the market. You also wanna have a quick chat with your mortgage specialist and know all your options, just to make sure you have a plan B in case things go south. A tip, you wanna find out what a bridge financing is, which is commonly used in this scenario, in case your closings don't match up. Also in this strategy, my recommendation is using one realtor for both transactions, buying and selling, so they both know what's going on. And I also understand that it's not always doable. For example, if you're moving out of town, you're gonna have a whole different realtor. In that case, I want you to make sure you connect both of them and they both are in communication, know exactly what's going on. Also, because you haven't sold your place yet, you don't have the funds from your place, so make sure you have deposit funds already. The general rule of thumb is 5% of purchase price. The second strategy we're going to discuss is if you sell first and then buy. If selling first, there may be a possibility you may not have a place to live after your closing. So you also want to make sure you have a place to live as plan B, whether it's with family or short-term rental, sort that out. If you're in a competitive situation, you can also request a longer closing, so 90 days or even longer, so that gives you enough time to go look for another place. Just like in the previous strategy I mentioned deposit, I'm gonna mention it again because from the time you sold your place to closing, that's when you're gonna be looking, but you're not getting cashed out till closing, so you do need deposit funds for this strategy as well. Make sure you have that. Again, general rule of thumb, 5%. My advice in all of this, our advice in all of this is to buy first and then sell. However, I know every scenario is different and we will look at each situation, but in general, I like to buy first to make sure my client is satisfied with what they bought, because selling at today's GTA market is a piece of cake. There is a lineup outside. I hope you guys enjoyed the tips from my friend and I today. If you're thinking of making a move, send me a DM. I'd be happy to help.